morning, everyone. I'm Catman here with,
Stand by.
and you are watching the 2017 Junior Championships in Denver, Colorado.
Indeed, and today we will have, first off, in the lower bracket, Philly meeting the River City Riot. Now, the winner of this game will face Tampa at 4 p.m. Mountain Time today, and the runner-up will meet either the Reservoir Dolls or Mob City tomorrow morning at 10 Mountain for 9th place. So top prize in this bracket is 5th place. I've seen all these teams before. These are the teams that came up short score-wise yesterday, and we have 4 teams. They will battle it out until all slots are taken from 5th through 10th place for the rest of the weekend. Coming up later in order here, Reservoir Dolls and Mob City, which is the other half of the lower bracket. Then Des Moines versus the Foco Spartans. That is in the upper bracket, and the winner of that will advance to the championship game. After that, we return to the lower bracket with Tampa and the winner of this game, and the Attack Pack and the winner of the second game today. And then tonight, the nightcap, California Mayhem versus Diamond City, and the winner of that will meet either Des Moines or Foco for first place tomorrow. So lots of derby to be seen. The full bracket is on the wall over here, which eventually you'll get to see. I also have it on my Twitter at Standby Tommy. I'm sure the JRDA has posted it as well. Philly getting ready, as you hear. I like hearing those high notes. I can't hit that. That's good.
I can hit them.
Yeah, your derby knowledge, you're from Philly, so
Yeah.
you know a lot more about Philly than I do.
On the jammer line for Philly, we have Unstoppable, and that is 777 High Roller.
Let's do it. Who's ready out there? Remember, you can reach out to us on Twitter at JRDA_rocks and use the hashtag #2 JRDA. Also, if you're having a watch party, perhaps some people running a little late, derby time, we know what that is. Once everybody gets there, pose with the TV and whatnot, and use the hashtag JRDA Watch Party. Again, JRDA Watch Party. That will be monitoring Facebook and Twitter, and a lucky fan will win some fabulous JRDA swag before the weekend is over. Round of applause for that bit of news.
Again, Unstoppable and High Roller.
5 seconds, finally.
Yes!
And Philly up front, not quite lead yet. Similar defense going on. River City Jammer drawn back, and track cut by Philly, unfortunately. Track cut. Wow, okay, good start here. Both Jammers going to the penalty box. Of course, first Jammer or second Jammer only served the same amount of time as the first.
Sorry.
Oh, don't apologize for that. Philly, of course, there will not be a lead jammer this jam since both jammers were called to the box. This will go the full 2 minutes no matter what happens, as High Roller down and able to recover quickly, but still has not broken through the pack. Good recycling by Philly. However, a blocker sent to the box on that one.
And Philly scores I guess, a 5, so that means they scored a 4 before, and now it is, wait, no, 3 before, so that means, you know, I was right before 4, so it's 9.
Correct, and 22 seconds to go in the jam. Another scoring pass. What I was cheering for off mic earlier, Double H pointing out to us that we have the jammers on the screen now for the first time this weekend. Thank you for that. It's a little hard to see them from our vantage point, so as you know by now if you've been watching track 1. And that'll do it for the first jam. Great start by Philly, Catman.
19-0.
I think the Philly fans are awake for sure.
Yeah. And remember, the harder you cheer, the harder they'll work.
So again, the winner of this game will meet Tampa at 4 p.m. Central, or excuse me, 4 p.m. Mountain Time.
Jammer line, we have Anna, and River City Riot, we have 210. B Savage.
On the Riot Jammer, sent to the box, a track cut again.
And that means that they save the same time.
Anna pushing through one by one. I'm glad to hear you say Anna because Al D and I were going back and forth Anna yesterday, and I was right. Oh, another track cut.
What?
Wow.
Oh, I guess I kind of saw that. Oh my God, this is penalty madness.
Not a great start, really, as far as penalties go, because it's still about 55 minutes to go in the game, and nobody wants to be in penalty trouble. Of course, for those of you who are watching and fairly new to the sport, there is a rope in those lines. That's how the skaters know they can roll through that rope, and they're able to tell without looking down where the line is. So 36 seconds to go. Again, this jam will go the full 2-minute time limit since there is no lead jammer because both jammers committed penalties.
Really? That was only Anna's initial pass. I thought she'd already made that.
Me too. Wow.
Either the refs didn't see it or were blind.
Nah, we have the best referees in the business here. Their eyes are quite good. Otherwise, they would not be here in Loveland. But that'll do it mercifully. This one's over. 12-2, the official count.
Okay, on the general line, we have 13, unstoppable again. And, oh, we have someone in the penalty box, and that is probably
That's
B. Savage.
Right? Yeah. So power starts for Philly, and yes, the penalty box is full of River City Rioters.
And don't forget to join the conversation on Twitter. Use the hashtag #2 JRDA. That's hashtag #2 JRDA on Twitter.
So Unstoppable controlling this jam pending any penalties. This will be the first time, scoring pass.
And
first clean scoring pass by a lead jammer so far.
Mm-hmm.
One blocker each in the box as B. Savage returns the play. Man, right, a shoulder by 171. Good defense. And still one blocker each in the box. Star pass to the pivots. Got to put it on before you can score. 51-50, Alligator.
Yep. Switch that B Savage to Alligator. And Unstoppable scores a 4-point.
Philly coach looks like say go for it, so they're going for it. continuing the jam instead of calling it off.
Well, right now they do have a lead.
Philly pivot going to the box.
That is not a good sign.
During the timeout, we'll see if we can take a peek at the we don't have a penalty board in the infield as a lot of the Florida teams have, but we'll see if we can sneak over to the other side of the table and check out the penalties.
All right.
Jam is called 17-8 in favor of Philly, so 38-20. Still, of course, anybody's game. We've seen as many as 35 points scored in a single jam this weekend, and can certainly happen again.
All right, on that we have number 1, Jake Brake, and I think 8-17, that's Boomerang. I thought that was Boomerang.
And Boomerang through. First lead jam for River City Riot. Nice apex jump. 4 points and calling it off to shut out Philly. We'll see the score updated in a moment. $13 points separating the two teams. So, Catman, what do you think about the Philly strategy thus far, knowing what you do about their skaters?
Well, the thing is, their travel team, I'm level 3. I don't know anything, really.
Who are you picking in this game? I won't hold it against you if you make a decision on that.
What is that supposed to mean?
Normally we don't. Normally we're not biased, but we might have more knowledge about one team than another. But I think this is going to be a good game, no matter what. That's how I'm going to hedge that. I do know that Philly, their record is 6-4 this season, and River City Riot 5-2. River City Riot starting in number 6 seed, and Philly Roller Derby Juniors came in at number 9 seed. So technically, in some senses, Philly winning here might be an upset.
And don't forget, we have a watch party contest on Facebook and Twitter. Use the hashtag JRDA Watch Party for a chance to win sweet swag. So all you have to do is get your watch party together, take a picture in front of the action, and post it to us at JRDA Watch. Hashtag JRDA Watch Party for a chance to win sweet swag.
And whenever they say that, the crowd applauds as if they're hearing us.
Again. Mom, you spelled it wrong again.
That's a G.
No, that's an S. Look.
Ah.
Swaz. Swag, not swaz. On the
Double H's handwriting coming into question. Go ahead.
Okay, on the jammer line, it's going to be a power start for River City Riot. And who is on the jammer line? Oh, I still can't make it out. High roller. Again, and then Boomerang in the penalty box. So it's a power start.
How about that recycling? Almost had it. Tomahawk wanted a track cut, didn't get it.
And Boomerang is out of the penalty box. Running for it.
High roller calling off that jam, but that was some good defense there by Philly, Catman.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this time on the jammer line we have. Still can't make it out. It's hard to see on the screen, and I can't see through every block.
Well, Tomahawk will sit down. I'm joking. Boomerang for Philly, it looks like.
No, that isn't Boomerang.
Oh.
That's 99.
Oh, the
Anna
and Jake Break. All right. We'll let the officials know.
It's Anna, not Boomerang.
Jake Break with a juke and another one. And able to
Oh, wait,
cover.
it is Boomerang. There was a star pass.
Aha.
But it looks like she got a cutting the track penalty. Looks like it's starting to turn around for River City Riot. Philly is going to have to up their game.
Jake Break through. That is a 5-point pass, 10 total.
Yep.
Down, and how about that?
And wow.
And we have a lead change with River City Riot up 43 to Philly's 38. Timeout by Philly. So what do you think they're going to talk about here?
Don't know.
Could be anything as far as nerves. I think pretty much it should be warmed up by now. Think they're used to the floor?
Yep. I remember they practiced.
Right. I did see a lot of these skaters Thursday night here while we were setting up. We setting up, meaning I just came and scoped out the announcer area and talked over a few notes. I set up the track one time in 2006, and it wasn't quite right. They had to pull it up and put it down again, and I said, I'm not laying the track ever again. I was the videographer, so I had my own game day job, but I'll leave that to the people who can measure a little better than me. Precision measurements here. Especially if you see the track overhead, you see where it narrows and where it widens in each turn and all that. As an official track, the JRDA follows the official rules of flat track roller derby as published by the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. So all the rules the same. There are only a couple differences, mainly in administrative duties. For example, the junior captains are not really responsible for having the medical information of all their teammates. But anyway, Philly unstoppable right now.
Unstoppable, looking to make a comeback.
Good block there, 8-17. Boomerang.
Hold up. That should have been a penalty. She pushed her own teammate just to get him out of bounds.
Right, you can do whatever you want to your own teammate. Hopefully it works strategically. I've seen in some of the lower level games a veteran might pull a rookie into position. As long as you don't create an unpenetrable link, that's when you hear that call direction of gameplay, or not direction of gameplay.
Forearm?
You know this one. Right, yeah, anytime you stick out the forearm, right. I'm thinking more of the multiplayer, yes. Yes. Multiplayer blocks are unfortunately easy to do out there when you're in close quarters. You can't link up You can pull each other into position, brace, but you cannot, basically play Red Rover where you're linked up with somebody and you have to break through their arms. No, that's a no-no. Official timeout as we have a 2-point game. Closest it's been since the first jam.
And on the jam line we have
Well, I see that's Jake Brake for the River City Riot. I do see that.
99, that's Anna.
I have an incoming call from Clearwater, Florida. If that's Al B, hopefully he can send me a text. If not, I'm sure it's somebody wanting to talk to me about my taxes. But nonetheless, good morning in the east, or good morning in the west, good afternoon in the east as we pick up again.
And wow, Jake Brake out immediately.
Huge opening on the inside, kind of uncharacteristic for the Philly defense thus far. Whoa. Through again. Of course, Philly down 2 blockers.
That stinks.
and some good blocking action there by Boomerang on the way back in. Block 2, but sent back out. And make sure you're in the engagement zone. Make sure you're not throwing forearms. Make sure your blocks are not high or low, hitting the legal target areas. And a track cut.
Now's Philly's chance for a comeback.
Down 12 points, and 10 of those from this jam alone. So Anna good maneuverability. What do you think, Catman?
Well, they're definitely not giving up very easily.
Jake Brake out and through, and Anna earned that.
That is 5 points.
5-point pass the hard way. Man, oh man. And that's the jam. Exhausting jam. So Riot net 11 on that one. Quarter of the way through the game still, as we see. Too close to call. Unstoppable and B Savage. B Savage with lead jam. Uptown Spunk called on a multiplayer block, and would you have gone for it or just called that jam off?
I would have gone for it.
I like seeing those jammer races too. I agree, but
like the second I get the point, I would have called it off.
Ah, okay. So maybe call off the jam as you enter the pack, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Every point counts at this point of the game.
Truth.
Rough Red for the first time jamming, and just for a second there. So star pass by Philly. B Savage.
So now the jammer is number 15. Motley Drew.
B Savage called on a track cut. So Power Jam for, that's Motley Drew.
Power Jam.
High block by Uptown Spunk, who recently was in the penalty box. I remember that name.
And number 31, Susan B. Anarchy, is going to the penalty box.
That was another track cut. B. Savage returning to play, just blast through.
He took that opening.
Pivot number 10 for the Riot, Joe Hurt, going to the penalty box. Spins and stays in. River City Riots, 5 more points. 10 on this jam. And again.
I just made a paper airplane.
Make sure that doesn't get anywhere near the track. Down in Jersey will be over here in a heartbeat. I saw a game in Tampa where some juniors were playing marbles not too far away from the track, and one of them rolled toward the track, and man, that was could have been a dangerous situation.
Look what I did. I used the microphone stand as an airplane hanger.
Have to autograph that and put it on eBay. Unstoppable lead jam, but that's fine. That's no pass, no penalty. So only 4 points on that pass. But still, calling off the jam, trying to shut out Jake Brake, and good work there. I saw the reaction. You know, you heard the whistle, and then you saw the hands come up, and it looked like a track cut, but no, it was the no pass, no penalty signal, and just that split second when he thought, I cut track. No, you didn't. Good that jammers are paying attention though.
Oh. Like yesterday, I said, jumping the apex is a rolling the dice move.
And high roller, there you go, he did. Oh boy. .115 for Philly returning to play. And Anna has the remainder of this power jam.
Wait, are we getting math into this?
You're the mathematician, I heard. That's what they said on the Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the difference between this is, they're opposite, so.
Palindromial game thus far, or at least in this jam. High roller went for that apex, but recycled himself back. Whoa! Who's the jammer now?
That is Tomahawk. Wait, is that an actual pen?
Yeah.
Can I use it?
Sure.
I'm gonna try to figure out the difference. No.
It's up the score, changing 4 points more for high roller. And Tomahawk spins and stays in bounds. 10 seconds. Hey, whoa! Excellent block there, number 20, Yaya the Destroyer. Philly celebrating and their fans celebrating. Looks to be mostly Philly crowd here for us this morning.
I figured out that the difference between them when it was still 78 and 51 is 27.
And now 12-5 as the scoreboard settles. And lead jam once again by Jake Brake. So penalty box is empty. What do you think Philly should do here?
I have to say go fast.
Go fast, skate hard, and watch that inside when Jake Brake is jamming for sure, as they did. That was good. 4 points, and holding it to only 4 points, so 90-52 right now. Philly could probably use a power jam here, right?
Yeah. Okay, and on the jam line we have 171 Tomahawk.
And Jake Brake stays out for lead again. Jake Brake fakes to the outside and calls off the jam. .40 on that once again. .42, right? 42-point lead.
And yep, you're correct.
Yeah.
And we have 7 minutes and 13 seconds left. On the jam line we have Unstoppable and Be Savage.
That was a nice hop on the outside for lead jam on that. And another little hop stayed in. Sometimes you don't need those Logan Childs-esque jumping to the moon kind of jump. Sometimes just a little hop is all you need. And twice we saw it in that jam. River City Riot down a blocker.
Anna and Be Savage.
Be Savage set upon 4-on-1, but a Rioter comes up to play offense. But called out and all that.
I'm hearing a lot of whistles.
We definitely will need to take a look at the penalty count at halftime because somebody has to be in penalty trouble by now. And unfortunately, we don't want to see anybody foul out, but you're right. There are a ton of penalties happening in this first half.
Is it possible that everyone on a team can foul out and then the game can just be canceled?
Yes. I've seen it. If you don't have enough to for everybody to skate safely. Speaking of safely, Anna down in the infield, and we're going to have an injury timeout here. Yeah, for player safety, and I've seen it with the adults too. If enough skaters foul out or are injured, that it forces the rest of the team to basically go out, like when you reach 5 or 6 skaters and they have to continue skating every jam and they don't get to rest. By then, the coaches and captains can decide to concede and live to fight another day, so to speak. the team now known as Gold Coast. Had to do that with the New Jack City Rollers back in 2009, so I did see that. So Anna having a drink, just had the breath knocked out of her. She's good. Now, since the jam was called off on her behalf, she'll sit out the next 3 jams to be able to rest, and for safety purposes. And also, I'll point out also, it's so we don't, nobody in Derby decides to flop for strategic purposes, as you might see in other sports, because then you lose that skater for 3 jams, so there's no benefit to flopping. So whenever you see an injury timeout, absolutely, it was not by choice. I've also seen skaters the other way. They're injured, yet they get up and keep skating, and I would not do that, but I've seen that so much.
Okay, on the jam line we have Unstoppable and Jake Break. Jake.
Immediate forearm.
That means it's a power jam. And Unstoppable is taking that chance and is running.
Philly needed this.
Oh.
Potential, yeah, low block there. You saw they met up skates, and the way the blocker engaged there, that was a low block. Jake Break called on a track cut.
Again. Oh, wait, no. Before he had a forearm.
Right. And that track cut was right in front of us. It's a swift defense, knocking a skater out and then recycling back sometimes just enough, just a matter of inches. I just saw the potential for there with Joe Hurt for the River City Riot. Went for that same maneuver.
Joe Hurt standing up.
So Jake Break returning to play as we have 30 seconds to go in the jam.
Wait, I just realized something. Wait, Jake Break did not do his initial pass, actually.
Aha, so this jam we can, Philly can keep skating, right. Good point. So you have to complete the initial pass first and then come around for points. 10 seconds to go.
And Jake Break just made his initial pass.
Nice hop, and that is it. What a jam by Unstoppable, Catman.
Only about the time of the jam left. Maybe we can squeeze one last jam out of that clock.
I think Philly would like to get off another one here, building that momentum. 24 points, that's a power jam. Philly with 2 blockers and 1 called to the penalty box.
And on the jam line, we had High Roller and Rainbow Crash. High Roller with the lead. Rainbow Crash finally got through and is going fast.
Good positioning by Motley Drew, returning from the penalty box and getting into position without being really noticed or blocked by the River City Riot. So able to try to work, as we know, offense and defense happening at the same time. We'll have about a minute and a half to go when the next jam starts. Of course, the next jam can go a full 2 minutes, depending on what the lead jammer wants to do, and if any of the teams would like to call a timeout.
True.
TIE Fighter on the bench with the iPad, I guess, working a little strategy. Jammer race, and Philly has lead. calls it off. Waited till that last possible moment, like you talked about earlier. Had the potential to score a point there, but no, the fourth whistle is what counts. So the fourth whistle sounded. So no points there. B. Savage for the River City Riot. Whoa, through with lead jam.
Only got about like 30 seconds on the clock, but on the jam clock, that's what counts.
And Unstoppable still on the initial pass. Unstoppable spins and sent out, and number 19, the pivot, looking for a track cut, but not this time.
Nope. Now it all goes down to the jam clock.
Oh boy. Power jam for the Riot. That was a high block, I believe, on Unstoppable on that last pass. 50 seconds to go in the jam. And
that's halftime.
Yeah, B. Savage calls it off. 15 points for the River City Riot on that one for B. Savage. Score now.
River City 13, Philly 7. I already did Philly 70.
There we go. We're backwards here. Yeah.
River City, Philly. And plus, it's laggy. See?
Yeah, a little bit of a delay as you watch our signal here. Thank you for watching. Again, just getting started today with Philly and the River City Riot. The winner will meet Tampa at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. The runner-up will meet the winner of the next game, the Reservoir, or the one who comes up short in the next game, I should say, Reservoir Dolls and Mob City. That will be for 9th place tomorrow. So implications for every game this Saturday right here in Loveland, Colorado. You're watching the 2017 Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament on WFTDA.TV.
All right.
Welcome back. Watching the 2017 Junior Roller Derby Association Championships right here on WFTDA.TV. And Catman's had a chance to look at the penalties. What's the story?
Both teams have high numbers of penalties right now. River City has 29 penalties. Philly has 28. Right now, Alligator, which is 5-1-50, has...
Five already.
And Tomahawk has 5, but Boomerang has 6. They're in danger of penaltying out, and if that happens, that is not going to be good.
No, and River City Riot coming in, they are quite happy with their position, 113-70, as we soon take the track for the second half. Philly definitely in penalty trouble. Got to watch out, and most likely strategically probably will not play Alligator, Tomahawk, and Boomerang quite as much in this half unless absolutely necessary. So, but again, see what happens here as the winner will beat Tampa at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 Eastern. And the runner-up will face either the Reservoir Dolls or Mob City tomorrow morning at 10 Mountain for 9th place. Reservoir Dolls and Mob City will be next on this track.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it has begun.
At least the Philly part of the audience getting their cheers in as well. Now skaters taken to the track. So, Catman, you've been out there. What's the anticipation, the vibe like getting into the game right before it starts? I see you bouncing right now, but as far as like when you get on the track.
I guess you can get a little bit excited, scared, a bit ambitious as well.
Aha. Unstoppable now against High Roller, and High Roller with lead. Ooh, Unstoppable stays in.
They're blocking and blocking and blocking. And that's the end of the first jam for period 2.
Pretty good stop there, holding River City to just 3 points. Again, Standby and Catman here on track number 1, the open division bracket. You have the female bracket playing out on track 2. You're able to select either one at WFTDA.tv as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games each being played. 12 games in all today. Anna and Alligator.
And Alligator has lead.
Oh! Nice apex hop and ghost blocker on referee on the outside, just outside of camera range. So keep us apprised of the score here. Looks like, okay, 4 points on that pass, right?
And on the gym line we have, I think that's 13 Unstoppable and Be Savage.
It's been a good matchup every time. Sent out and back. Tough initial pass, but B Savage has lead. And both jammers free. Wait, see, no time calling off the jam. Coach Everlasting Quad Stopper kind of jokingly saying, come on, should have gone for it. But, you know, we talked about that last period, right? We sometimes can do that, sometimes just rather call it off.
Yeah. What's the score? Oh. 120 for City Riot, Philly 70.
Jake Brake, lead jam, and backwards at that. Cover pass, and that is...
Whoa, and that's an apex jump.
Whoa.
By... no, that was by Jake Brake.
And Boomerang has a star now and is free. Calling it off from the floor. That was good track awareness. So how many scored there?
Oh, 8.
Again, Tampa will come back at 4 p.m. Mountain Time and meet the winner of this game, and that winner will go on to the 5th place game at 2 o'clock on Sunday. But before then, number 13, Unstoppable, back out with lead jam. Cruel Whip, jamming for the first time.
I have just gotten advice saying that I shall announce the score after each jam, and the score is 128 River City Riot, Philly 71.
So 1 point there by Philly after all that. Yeah, it is important to keep everybody apprised of the score. There are some people who are driving and might be listening to the audio, and want to, of course, keep them apprised because one of the things, especially times I've done Facebook Live in the past, people always asking, what's the score? I'm like, I thought I just told you. But anyway, game is so volatile, as we know. Rough red for Philly against high roller once again for the River City Riot.
High roller gets lead.
23 Uptown Spunk sent back to the penalty box. Already had a couple penalties. And a track cut by Rough Red. She doesn't believe it, but it was right here in front of us. So does defense change in a power jam situation?
What? Yes?
I guess since you're only paying attention to one jammer. Whoa!
Ooh, that looks like it's a penalty. Back block?
Definitely was.
Well, I don't know these. Jeez.
So jammers switch out, and Rough Red has a chance to make up for lost points, hopefully, anyway, for her. 37 seconds to go. Star pass, who's that?
That is Boomerang.
All right, 27 seconds to go. Both jammers out and eligible.
Wow, Boomerang is not going to give up easily. That's 5 points, thus making it 76 for Philly.
And high roller through as well, 4 points. What a jam! And the Philly portion of the crowd especially comes alive. River City Riot with several fans as well. So how did it turn out?
Okay, score is River City 147, Philly 80.
Right.
On the German line, we have 99, I think, Anna. And River City, we have...
Looks like number 1, Jake Brake, recycled back. Yeah, a few more points added right at the end of the jam. So River City Riot building on their lead. And once again, Jake Brake with lead jam.
Ooh, that's a penalty. Ooh, but the refs did not. Oh,
yep, it was. You were right. You're right. It was. Blocking with the head, unfortunately, is what happened there. That was inadvertent, but, of course.
Wait, that was accidental, actually.
Right, and those are being called quite a bit. But a track cut on Jake Brake, so jammers will switch places. Blocking with the head, it's pretty much always inadvertent. If you do that intentionally, that's bad strategy. You gotta watch your head. You only have one. But we're calling JRDA calling all head contact like that for player safety. You'll be happy years later if you take care of yourself. 5-point pass by Jake Brake and another track cut. That time it was Anna. This jam will definitely go the 2-minute time limit.
Wait, is there a total of how many penalties a team can have?
Not as a team. It's all individual. So, which is pretty good in a game like this. As 4 blockers in the penalty, or 3 blockers in the penalty box. Jammer comes back out. 7 seconds to go. Clockwise block was the last call going into the box. That will do it. Brutal jam, but River City Riot able to take some points out of that.
All right, on the jam line we have. Oh, and the score is 161, Philly 80. On the jam line we have, I believe that's Unstoppable and official timeout.
Will be stopped momentarily. River City Riot now doubling Philly's score, and at this pace will possibly advance again to meet Tampa at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 Eastern. River City Riot, team from San Antonio, Texas, entering as the number 6 seed. Philly Derby Juniors, of course, from Pennsylvania, entering as the number 9 seed. Philly was ranked 13 in the July 1st JRDA rankings, and River City Riot is number 6. I recognize that one.
Seriously, what is that about?
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Oh.
See the record book there. Both teams entering, let's see, Philly played 10 games in the 2017 competitive season, and River City Riot playing 7.
I wonder what that official timeout was for.
I guess nothing too important. They didn't tell us. But want to make sure the score is right and all the calls are right. That is the first blocking with the head call I've seen all weekend, so they might have been discussing that as well, as Unstoppable comes back out against Alligator.
And Unstoppable taking all the chances he can.
Pushing, 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 and a track cut by Alligator.
That means it's a power jam now.
30, 20, about 27 seconds left in this power jam based on when she sat down. Five-point pass. And Riot has 4 blockers out there now.
And Unstoppable breaks through. That is a 5-point pass.
Alligator's back out, so picking up where she left off. And drawn back nicely. Oh, and down. Pile up in the turn. What have you done, like in a pile-up situation like that, having to watch when you get up?
I don't know. But, wow, Unstoppable has some skill. Speaking of skill, when we were still practicing at the, what's it called? Hold up.
I know you have multiple venues there in the Philadelphia area. A lot of teams do.
When we still practiced at the Millennium Skate World, one time there was like a tripod I ducked under and went through the holes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's one of those you got to watch out for the old blocking with the head now, but that's a great maneuver. That's like old school derby. High roller lead jam over tomahawk. The high roller calls it off.
Okay, score River City Riot 65, Philly 100. Wait, let me rephrase that. River City Riot 165, Philly 100. They're just behind by 65.
That's like 2 power jams, so still 17 minutes to go. Anything can happen. Don't you leave the track right now. Unstoppable back out against High Roller.
And Unstoppable is out. He has lead.
But it's a race. Should they go for it?
It all depends. Oh!
Well, they did. All right, what's the count?
Okay. Philly got 2, River City Riot got 5, so the score is River City 70, Philly 102. Never mind, there was a 4.
4-2, all right.
So that means River City Riot is actually 169. My bad.
Head referee wants to make sure everything's right before the next game begins. B Savage is lead this time over Tomahawk.
Tomahawk is just pushing through.
Track cut, though,
Track up by who?
by Tomahawk.
Oh.
30 seconds starting now.
So make that 5 penalties, 6 penalties for Tomahawk.
Uh-oh. One more, and they're going to lose Tomahawk for the game. So
Really? You need
going to be careful coming out of that box. I've also seen in Derby history, seems like okay, Tomahawk was able, that was close. Tomahawk was able to leave the penalty box before the jam was called. Almost had a power start there. But in Derby history, I have seen an inordinate number of penalties from skaters coming out of the box for whatever reason. So meaning they come in and then make another mistake almost immediately coming back in the track. Another back block, illegal re-entry is a big one. So could have spelled curtains for Tomahawk. But High Roller, right? Yeah, High Roller again. And that's actually unstoppable. Yeah, there we go. Unstoppable. Stopped.
Unstoppable, I see he's looking for a star pass. The Boomerang. But Boomerang has to be careful. She has 6 penalties.
Right, that's the side story here. Philly trying to build 187, 102 as you see, but also quite a bit of penalties happening. Should mention Alligator also on the River City Riot in penalty trouble.
All right. On the gym line, we have Tomahawk and Goldie hurts a lot.
Tomahawk with lead jam. Would you play Tomahawk with 6 penalties?
That's a risky move, but he is a good jammer.
We'll see how it works out for him. That time actually it did.
But I wouldn't take the chance and roll the dice again. Don't poke the bear that much.
Remember, you can talk with us anytime on Twitter at #TalkToJRDA. We also have the #JRDA Watch Party promotion going on, so show us your watch party as soon as everybody makes it.
Oh, and that's a penalty for Unstoppable.
Power jam for Jake Brake with lead. So with 12 minutes to go, Philly fighting the clock, fighting penalties, especially on potentially their top scorer. And Jake break through. That was a 5-point pass. Official review by Philly. I wonder what they're going to talk about. We'll find out, and as soon as we do, we will let you know. So taking a look at the open division bracket, again, the winner of this game, thank you, the winner of this game will face Tampa at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and the runner-up will meet either the Reservoir Dolls or Mob City, whichever team comes up short in that game, and that'll be at 10 a.m. Mountain tomorrow for 9th place. Also in action today at 2 p.m., we have Des Moines and FOCO, and the FOCO Spartans from Fort Collins, Colorado, pretty much home team here on this track. The winner of that will go on to the first place game. And California Mayhem and Diamond City at 8 Mountain tonight between California and Diamond City. The winner of that will also go to the first place game. So we have the final four already set: Des Moines, FOCO, California Mayhem, and Diamond City there at the towards the top of the screen. In the lower bracket, again, the winner of the Reservoir Dolls and Mob City will meet the Attack Pack, and the winner of this game will meet Tampa. Then the winners of those games will go on to the 5th place game, and the ones who come up short will progressively will play one more time, either 10 a.m. or noon tomorrow for 7th or 9th place. So we're going to continue skating until all teams have placed. This WFTDA bracket, first time, I believe, used by the JRDA in a championship tournament instead of the pool style where all the teams continue skating against each other in the short periods, and then they come up with the magical bracket after that. So a little different, and you're able to see the teams multiple times, again, as you always were, but each game means something. Each game means advancing to one of these final 10 positions. So do you have a pick, Catman? Like out of Des Moines, FOCO, California, or Diamond City?
Sorry, I zoned out for a bit.
Really could be anybody, because anything can happen in Derby, and likely does if you followed this sport through the years. In fact, Philly is not out of this game. Not at all. River City Riot coach pointing out, I don't know if you're able to hear that, hopefully not, but I'll kind of shorten what she said. You want to make sure you have the mouth guard in at all times, because otherwise you'll be called on a penalty. So another part of the safety protocol in roller derby. And if you have the right kind of mouth guard, right, you could tell me, Catman, you can still communicate, right? Mm-hmm. Technology has come a long way. So let's get the official word.
Coming to its conclusion.
Okay, did you catch that? I didn't hear it. They didn't use the microphone, but
Okay, I think they're about to use it.
okay.
Tune in there.
The house announcer was given a heads up. Of course, Blue was challenging something. Otherwise, they wouldn't have called it.
I'm taking it off just in case.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'll make sure we hear this. I have the microphone turned up in case they pick it up and turn it on.
I'll keep my mic in check just so you can hear me.
so much happening in close quarters. Really, you can challenge just about anything. If you win the official review, then could have implications on the end of the game. If you lose the official review, which most of the time you will, then nothing wrong with that. You're just trying to point out to the referees, hey, did you see such and such? And then they convene and talk about it and say, well, actually I did, or well, I saw it, but it wasn't what you thought it was because I had a different vantage point. It's worth it sometimes, but in general,
out of bounds blocking call.
Go ahead.
But the call will stand, and the official review will not be retained. Meaning that we will resume play.
Well,
Did you get anything? Did you get anything?
The official review will not be retained. They lost the official review.
Okay. Did you get that on the mic?
We got the last part of that. Okay, blocking out of bounds call. They wanted overturned. Thank you, Double H. That did not happen. So River City Riot with lead jam. Whoa. And Cruel Whip down, able to recover. Riot looking for a track cut, but track cut on their jammer. So this is what Philly needs, a power jam.
Indeed they do.
Minute 20 to go in the jam. And through.
Yep.
Seems like an awfully long power jam.
Trying to break through, unstoppable. Oh.
B Savage sent to the penalty box as well. The River City Riot jammer spending a lot of time in the penalty box. I wonder if that was a 1 minute call for some reason. Just seems like it was sitting there quite a while. All I saw was a track cut. Nope, can't call off the jam. You weren't lead. Now, if you're able to fool the referees on that, that's been an infraction in the past. But
Really?
yeah, and referees have been fooled in the past. It doesn't happen much anymore. So
Have you seen that happen before?
yes. Oh!
Oh, that's a wipeout. Boom.
Wow.
I just got some new news. Boomerang has fouled out.
And an official review called by the River City Riot, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with that contact at the end of the jam, which was so hard that the outside pack ref also fell. That part was a joke, but the outside pack ref did fall simultaneously with the big impact there, as you saw. So I'm pretty sure they'll talk that over. Whatever it is, we will find out and let you know.
Nevertheless, overshadowed by River City's 195 on the board.
That actually is the house announcer. I just turned up the microphone a little too much. Well, we know the microphone in the infield is on because we can hear the feedback from that. So we'll
Wait, can you turn it on again? I think.
As she fouled out.
Nah, they're just repeating what you said.
But there might be some important information.
Yeah, you are closer to I believe that's Brad Example here with us for the first time today.
So wait, how do you even do that?
Like
20
that.
more minutes because she had 6 penalties at halftime.
Seriously. They are just saying the same thing that I said. You're right.
Exactly.
This is horrible news.
Catman and standby here with you on the live feed on WFTDA.tv. Hope you're having a good time with us as just getting started on Saturday here, the Open Division. We have the female division on the other side and a separate bracket there. So hopefully not non-ejection for anything that happened at the end of that jam, but I will point out in the 2015 Southeast Regional Tournament in Columbia, South Carolina, there was a skater who full-on did an apex jump and right into one of our blockers, and if it were a cartoon, she would have been part of the floor at that point, flattened like a pancake, but was okay after that. But that just apex jump just right into the back of somebody was something you can get ejected for, because when you're in the air, you know, whatever you do, it's on you. So a similar situation here, possibly. I'm just pontificating, but again, we will find out. Thank you again to all the sponsors and all the vendors who have joined us here for the tournament.
Wow, only 9 minutes and 37 seconds left.
This second half has flown by.
Yeah. And
Mob City Misfits, of course, ready to play next against the Reservoir Dolls.
Which is in just over half an hour.
I thought I saw a referee heading toward the
microphone.
Oh. Nope, just getting around. I think we're about to get a call.
Oh. All I got from that was challenge to the second penalty or something.
Okay, so yeah, River City Riot with the challenge that time. See what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, River City challenged the insubordination call on their jammer. The distance traveled once the jammer...
Okay, so the outcome of that official review was again a standing of the previous call, which in this case was an insubordination call against the River City jammer. That is frequently awarded when the penalized skater does not immediately leave the track and proceed to the penalty box.
So did that happen?
Nevertheless, we do have a power start on this jam for number one, Jake Brake.
They lost the official
of River City.
They lost the official review, so that they were not able to successfully challenge that. The house announcer breaking in and breaking the news before the head referee was able to do so. Jake Brake with lead jam. That's what happens when you leak information to the media sometimes a little early. They might report it before you do. Apex jump by Jake Brake. I'm joking. I am part of the media, but yeah, you gotta be careful about that.
Oh, and that's Tomahawk's final. That's his 7th one, so he is out.
Philly dropping. That is 2 skaters now, Catman.
Tomahawk is out.
River City Riot's breaking the 200 mark, right?
What? Oh, yeah.
Seems like out of nowhere, last couple jams have really turned it on. In addition to what they did in the past, high roller jamming against Anna.
For some odd reason, Tom is not out yet. Maybe he might be, but maybe we accidentally counted an extra one or something else. But
When that happens, another skater will come in and substitute in the penalty box, which, yeah, we'll let you know when we see that. High roller through, 5-point pass.
7 minutes and 56 seconds.
High roller this time met up with some good defense. What do you see? Philly jammer through, but not to be this time. How many points on that jam?
And that was a 7-point jam. Score is River City Riot 2-1-2, Philly 1-2-6. It sounds like the thing. The score is 1-2-6.
Little change in positioning by the Riot right before the whistle.
It sounds like they're just going like soft now, like no one's moving that much. But now people are starting to get hit a bit harder.
Riot through. Do you think they're realizing that perhaps they have the game won and they don't want to well, no, good defense there.
So, who will the loser of this face?
That'll be the team that comes up short between the Reservoir Dolls and Mob City, and that game will be played tomorrow as well. So that game is coming up right after this. Reservoir Dolls and Mob City still in this race for 5th place. And from then on, we also fill all the other positions, starting from the bottom up to the top. Just under 6 minutes to go. River City Riot scoring 5 more points on that one.
Oh! It looks like Jake Break is out in rough red. Well, Jake Break is out of the wall. Oh!
Clockwise block called on the pivot for the Riots. So they have 2 blockers in the box. Well, nothing soft about this jam for sure. As Jake Break drawn way, way back. Philly still playing as hard as ever. Multiplayer block called on, again, on one of the blockers. So River City Riot maintaining 2 blockers in the penalty box at any given time almost. And Philly has 1 as this jam concludes. So, okay, 1-1 in the box now. 4.5 minutes to go.
True.
10 points scored there.
So wait, we can hear each other, but wait, when we tune into the like the microphone, when we hear it, can the people who are watching hear it?
Yes.
Oh.
Because that microphone on the inside is turned on, and we would be hearing
Be
the
Savage escapes.
All right, 13. Unstoppable sent back. Whoa! Stays in, but I applaud the attempt by the pivot.
Only about 3 minutes left in this. Under 4 minutes, and this is about to wrap up pretty soon.
So the clock is much of an enemy to the Philly All-Stars, unfortunately, as River City Riot is. And penalties also rearing their head, as we have told you. 2:31, 1:26, 3:22 to go with Unstoppable. And 7-7. Yeah, careful not to cut track there. Lead jam by Philly. And this will be a 5-point pass. Big Ugly, gotta watch, almost chance to high block there, but still able to hold the jammer for a moment. High roller out. Nicely done. And back block by the Philly Jammer. Oh, that was close. Power jam for High Roller. $100-point lead now for the River City Riot as we continue. Hashtag JRDA watch party going on. I see someone has gotten into Snapchat also. And both jammers out and scoring. Whoa! Not quite. Recycled back. What do you think about Unstoppable this game?
Well, he's just trying to score some points and is being very successful now. That was like a high block or a low block. I'm not sure.
Kind of weaving around too as that jam ends. 18-9 in favor of Philly, and we'll have under a minute to go when we pick up again. So Jake break with lead jam immediately in potentially what could be the final jam, but it's a race.
It's a race. Race.
About a half lap lead. Jake stays in on the outside. Definitely not slouching in the potentially final jam of the game. Remember, the jam can still go a full 2-minute time limit. Watch the clock.
Well, right now River City pretty much has the game, so I don't see why you'd want to score more points.
I know the adults do it for ranking purposes, and the juniors probably want to do it still the same way. Well, and I think the entire building except for the Jake, there we go. They wanted to call it off, get it over with as soon as that game clock is over, and keep the score exactly where it is. So unofficially, the game is over. We will wait on the final score, of course, before we take a break here. And what is that unofficial total for now?
The unofficial total is River City 249, Philly 144.
Victory lap for the River City Riot. Heck of a game here.
Still unofficial. I think it might be official after this victory lap.
Yeah, we'll find out. Of course, you can talk to us all weekend long. Use the hashtag #talk2, the number 2, JRDA. We also have the JRDA Watch Party going on Facebook and Twitter. Use the hashtag JRDA Watch Party, the most recent entry to the JRDA Watch Party. 2 fans of DOD on the other track. Snapchat, I believe. So 250, 144, and we hear the whistle. I believe that'll do it.
And this is our final score. Philly, this is our official score. River City, 250, Philly, 144. Well, no, it's still unofficial.
Well, barring, as Vince Hannity would say if he were here, barring the most egregious scoring error in history, yes, the River City Riot, thank you, will, congratulations, will continue on in the tournament. They will meet Tampa at 4 p.m. That's 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And Philly will now go to the 9th place game. That'll be 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Reservoir Dolls and Mob City coming up next. with Double H. We will see you shortly. Again, you're watching.
You're watching the 2017 Junior Roller Derby Championships live from Loveland, Colorado. Brought to you by WFTDA TV.